Ndolo, he'll obviously tell us who he is more, apart from being the famous. If people see you, they just remember TikTok. Karibu sana.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. My name is Bob Ndolo.
Yes.
I did the petition. That was in August 2023.
Yes.
We sent the petition to the National Assembly. And then the Committee on Petitions invited us to give our views. When we appeared before them, initially our petition was to ban TikTok. But when we appeared before them, we amended the petition from banning TikTok to regulating TikTok.
Okay.
So after that, we got a team from TikTok, all the way from South Africa.
Before you continue, just briefly, what school of thought were you in when you now did that amendment and said, instead of banning, let's regulating it?
Actually, we wanted a national conversation. That's why we used ban TikTok for the National Assembly to give it prominence.
Okay.
If we had just sent a petition like regulate TikTok, I don't think would be even here. So that's the reason why we did the petition as ban TikTok. But when we appeared before the Petitions Committee, we amended the petition to regulate TikTok.
Okay.
So actually, it's being regulated because of our petition.
Right.
Yes.
And in that whole conversation, quite a number of sector players came in: the Communication Authority of Kenya, KFCB, bloggers, a number of bloggers, and so many others.
Yes.
You did learn a thing or two about this whole conversation that people are actually saying that maybe you had not even included in your prayers. Could you tell us about that before we now get into this whole meat of the conversation?
Yeah, quite a number of organizations came through.
Okay.
And they were interviewed by the Public Petitions Committee, including Communication Authority of Kenya, quite a number of organizations. So basically, we were invited by the TikTok team from South Africa. They came to Kenya, we met them, we gave our views, they agreed with us. As per last 2023, when you could go on live at night, on TikTok, it used to be like almost like a red light street, whereby you'll find very young girls selling their bodies. You remember the words nowadays, you can't hear them about nyonga na mia, nyonga na mia mbili.
So you're attributing that whole national conversation up to now, a lot has changed. Do you agree?
Actually, you can't see that on TikTok nowadays.
Okay.
It's really well regulated. You can't post anything on TikTok that is offensive, and it can't even be there within 30 minutes.
Okay.
So it's really well regulated.
Right. So those are your words, well regulated.
Yes.
Let's hear what the Cabinet Secretary, the new Cabinet Secretary of ICT, as well as the Prime Cabinet Secretary, have to say about this whole conversation about social media regulation in the country.
I don't want to say this because, allow me. You imagine you have a daughter and a son. And because you live in Nairobi, there are only 2 bedrooms. Yours and the mother, and the rest for children. Do you imagine what your son...
When we were being salamiwad, if I may use that terminology, tulikuwa tunasalamiwa. Sasa unapata mtu mzima, wengine hata ni profesa, anajua sheria, lakini anachukua namba ya mdavadi, anabwaga kule nje, anasema msalamie. And he's a professor. Deliberately infringing the privacy laws. And basically calling for anarchy. Why is Australia looking at reviewing the laws and making sure that they protect their children? So that they are not subjected to this harassment.
Right. So that is Cabinet Secretary of ICT New, Cabinet Secretary William Kabogo, as well as the Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi. Just talk about this social media regulation. Again, in your words, well regulated. Yeah. But then just picking up from what they're talking about, it seems as if there's more that needs to be done. You actually spoke to Kabogo just I think hours before he went to his vetting. Yeah. Could you enlighten us on the kind of conversations that you probably told him?
Okay, what we're discussing here, it's not only about TikTok.
Yeah.
There is another app that is really dirty. Yeah. That you can get into that app and you find very dirty pornographic content. Yeah. That is Telegram. Okay. So when we are talking about regulating,
it cuts across.
It cuts across. It's not only TikTok. TikTok actually is well regulated now. You can't find such kind of content that you're finding on Telegram on TikTok. So what Honorable Kabogo is talking about, that you're having a young boy who is around 9 years and a sister who is around 7 years.
Okay.
When they get into such kind of content on Telegram, imagine what they'll be seeing there. So actually, I don't just understand why the government has still allowed Telegram to be running.
What kind of, how different are the algorithms for TikTok and also Telegram that you're mentioning from other social media apps that do not raise eyebrows as well? What's the difference in the algorithms?
For TikTok, it's a place where you can upload videos.
Okay.
Yeah. Which some could be educational. You can do business on TikTok. You can do a lot on TikTok. But on Telegram, you'll find that people are putting content that is really unpleasant. Yeah. And Telegram, it's supposed to be like a WhatsApp, a messaging app. But what they've realized at the moment, it's a place where you can share such kind of dirty videos. Yeah. So what I would appeal to the Director General of Communication Authority is to see a way on now to regulate Telegram. Actually, it should be banned, maybe for even a year. Yeah, because it's really dirty. That is an app that should not be existing.
So, as again, you're bringing up the whole conversation on banning, and now this again takes us to the conversation about what the committee and what it proposed. And just to skim through what it had, said in that particular bit, first of all, content censorship through machine learning.
Yes.
Age restriction, and that is what Honorable Kabogo has actually talked about.
Yes.
A 9-year-old child.
Yes.
Also talked about improved user identification, regulating live feature, revision of monetization policy, revision of the TikTok algorithms, formation of Digital Media Council, as well as an establishment of a TikTok Kenya office.
Yes.
Let's start with the final one, actually, which we have actually had the Ministry of Interior, Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen also talk about this, having an establishment of these social media platforms, having an establishment of the offices in the country.
Yes.
Is that tenable, really?
It is.
Does it even work?
It is, okay, my opinion, and actually what I wanted to advise the Ministry of Interior or the PS of Interior is that they can come up like the East African community.
Okay.
Yeah. They come up, the Interior Ministry, they see on a way they can set up an office that would be serving the whole of East Africa. So if the office is in Nairobi, yeah, it can serve Uganda, it can serve Tanzania, it can serve DRC, it can serve Rwanda. Because it's not going to be possible for each and every platform to set up an office in an African country. Yeah, but that was from our petition.
Okay.
Those were the recommendations.
All right.
That they have to set up an office in Nairobi. But I remember when we did our petition, the global CEO, TikTok CEO,
yes,
when he called our president, he had committed that they're going to set up an office in Nairobi. If they have an office in South Africa, why can't they set it up here? Yeah, it's very ironical that when we talked about TikTok, when he brought up the petition, they would send a team from South Africa to come to Nairobi.
But Ndolo, they have the MS Majorel Kenya Limited. They have subcontracted it to be the domestic content moderator here in Kenya. Isn't that enough?
Okay, when we appeared before the committee, do you know the reason why they want the office to be set up here? You know, in Kenya, we have almost 44 tribes.
Okay.
There are those who use different vernacular languages, yeah, on content that they put on this platform, yeah? So that company, Majorel, that you are talking about,
yeah,
their work is to regulate English
and
Kiswahili, and maybe it's called Africana.
Okay.
What about any other tribe? If they set up an office here in Nairobi, then they will employ all the 44 tribes, yeah, to help them in regulating. Is it someone, let's say I come from maybe Nyanza, yeah, and I would want to abuse someone from central Kenya, yeah,
using a language
a language that someone from central Kenya cannot get,
okay,
and it's already down there, even if it's politically and all that. Who is supposed to regulate that? Those are the reasons why we want the offices to be embedded here, so it will be easier, okay, to regulate all these languages.
Right.
Yes. So that is one of the major reasons.
Right.
Yes.
So again, the committee chaired by Nicholas Bai found out that this particular MS Majorel Kenya Limited has about 250 human content moderators. And what I understand is that TikTok has a two-tier system of moderating its content. It has first the AI and then the human moderators if the AI doesn't really work.
Yes.
Should we be talking about increasing our human moderators in the country, policing each other really? Because I mean, 250, I'm comparing to the usage, 10 plus million users in the country. That's definitely quite insufficient.
And you know that Kenya is the leading,
yes,
actually in the world, yeah, subscribers of TikTok, yeah, with almost 54%.
54%, yes.
In the world.
Yes.
So you can't employ 250 moderators, yeah, and you expect that you can regulate almost over 10 million.
Okay.
Yeah. Content creators or those who are posting on TikTok.
Right.
So if they set up an office here, it would be easier.
Okay.
Yeah. And I would even ask you, we don't even know where that Majorel is. Yeah. If you want to, now, someone has posted something.
And actually reach them out.
Yeah. And you want to reach them out. How will you reach them out?
Right. Yeah. But speaking about, people reaching out to each other, tomorrow the TikTok CEO, that is Shuchi, will be attending the inauguration of President-elect Donald Trump.
Yes.
A lot is going to be said, but then let's hear from the TikTok CEO first, a video that he posted on his TikTok page, and then we come back.
Okay.
Hi, everyone. As you know, we have been fighting to protect the constitutional right to free speech for the more than 170 million Americans who use our platform every day to connect, create, discover, and achieve their dreams. On behalf of everyone at TikTok and all our users across the country, I want to thank President Trump for his commitment to work with us to find a solution that keeps TikTok available in the United States. This is a strong stand for the First Amendment and against arbitrary censorship. As we've said, TikTok is a place where people can create communities, discover new interests, and express themselves, including over 7 million American businesses who earn a living and gain new customers using our platform. We are grateful and pleased to have the support of a president who truly understands our platform, one who has used TikTok to express his own thoughts and perspectives, connecting with the world and generating more than 60 billion views of his content in the process. To all American users, thank you for making our TikTok community such a rich and vibrant space, for surprising and delighting us every day. Rest assured, we will do everything in our power to ensure our platform thrives as your online home for limitless creativity and discovery, as well as a source of inspiration and joy for years to come. Thank you.
Right. Thank you. More to come. Those are not my words. Those are the words of TikTok CEO, that is Shuchu. And I can see you smiling. There's definitely more to come. Tomorrow is going to be a big day for them. I just want to sample your thoughts about what he says, the future, because having this millions of users in US, it's miles away, but then again, social media has a way to just connect us all together. These possibilities we're going to be seeing in Kenya, because these are genuine thoughts raised by the US government, also raised by the Kenyan government.
Basically, for the US, they are very genuine in their concerns. It's always being said that TikTok is an app from China. And imagine if someone is getting data, user data from US citizens, and you don't know where this data is taken to. It's really very dangerous. Actually, I would equate it to someone hiring a car without insurance and giving it to a drunk driver, and you put your family inside that car.
Okay.
Imagine the outcome. So the American government is really genuine in their concern,
right,
because of the data use. You don't know what the Chinese government can use with that data. So if they want to run TikTok in the US, I feel that it's right that they get a way by which TikTok can be owned by the American government. If it's not American government, then a business person from America. In Kenya, what we are discussing, we've not reached that level about the data and all that.
Okay.
As what we are talking about is freedom of speech, hate speech, and all that.
Right.
But what America is talking about is serious.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
User data.
Okay.
Yeah, because you don't know where it ends up.
Right.
So what the president-elect Trump, has assured that they are going to give TikTok another 90 days. If they can look for a way to sell it to an American or any American organization, then TikTok should continue being there.
All right.
Which is okay.
All right.
Yeah.
The CEO of Bridge Connect Consultancy, Bob Ndolo, thank you very much for your time and for your very, very important views. Continue sampling and throwing in your feedback. I'll be sampling it as we wind up the bulletin. Right now, though, let's get sporty.